Mangrove forests are beautiful and amazing ecosystems. They line our shores and protect us from strong waves and winds coming from the ocean. Many species of fish depend on mangroves as their breeding site, and there are many unique organisms that rely on the mangroves as their habitat, including birds, primates, and crabs. Another very important ecosystem service that mangrove provides to humans is not easily seen by the human eye, but it is crucial for our well-being, no matter who we are or where we live. All trees capture carbon from the atmosphere through photosynthesis and store it as wood in the branches, trunks, and roots. The older and bigger a tree gets, the more carbon it stores. Mangroves, however, have the capacity to store up to 4 times more carbon per hectare of forest compared to any terrestrial forests. Most of this carbon is stored below ground in the soil. The lack of oxygen in the soil prevents decomposition from occurring. As a result, soils underneath the mangrove forests can store carbon as deep as 6 to 8 meters. And these stores can last for thousands of years if it goes undisturbed. But what happens to all this carbon if mangroves are deforested or left to degrade?
So, obviously we lose the carbon in the trees. The trees are taken away and burnt or whatever. The question then is, what happens to the carbon here? Any thoughts about that? If you remove the forest, what you'll start seeing is waves will come, waves will bring oxygen, they will wash away these fine particles and oxygen will start getting into the sediment. And when the oxygen starts getting into the sediment, the methane and the carbon dioxide starts coming out, and then that oxygenates lower layers and we start losing all of that carbon. So probably if we lose the forest, we lose the carbon below ground, or at least a large amount of it. And that's why it's so important, one of the reasons. Another reason why it's so important we keep the mangroves. Because if we lose the mangroves, then we start adding to the problem of climate change with huge amounts of carbon. There's an estimated 20 gigatons of carbon stored in mangrove forests. Just to give you a perspective, we'll talk about gigatons tonight, but human beings put 11 gigatons of carbon into the atmosphere every year. So twice the amount of the entire human activity is stored in mangroves. You can imagine what would happen if all of that went back into the atmosphere. It would be very, very serious. So we really need to keep these forests in place.